Hello YouTubers, I am Pastor PipeSmoker, or also part of the smoking studio, and today I am smoking Cult Blood Red Moon. I know it's an aromatic. I know there's a lot of opinions on this right now. I happen to like aromatics. I am smoking this through my Norman Rockwell pipe. This is my favorite pipe. Super balanced, very light. Yeah, apple shaped pipe here. Wow. The room note on this is that is something. Wow. That room note was smells so good just now. It's a very, very, very good tobacco, and it's a very good one for beginners. But it's a good one for non-beginners as well, or anybody who just enjoys smoking. This is a briar pipe. Wow, that room note is just killing me in a good way. The tin note is also very good in this. But that room note, that's something. It's something. It tastes good. I wanted to talk today. I have to like this a few times. It's a little bit of a wetter tobacco as well, so you got to watch for tongue bite. Got to watch for lighting it, a few times. I do have it in a pouch. The pouch is not latex. It is leather, so it will dry it out a little bit. It has a really nice cherry. The room note is incredible on this. I mean, the room note is amazing. The tin note I like as well. I'm not like a massive cherry fan, but when this burns, the room note is just. People in my household aren't smokers, and when I smoke this, they just come flocking like, oh, that smells so good. It's like incense. So I have a lot of people that ask me, what is the view of Christians smoking a pipe or a pastor? They try to use... This is awesome. They try to use the argument of harming your temple. But here's what I want to say about that. Harming your temple nowadays is anything. You drink Pepsi, you drink any product that has sugar, corn syrup. Everything harms your temple. Sugar substitutes. Minus stevia, but everything harms your temple. Soda harms your temple. You could say that going to Starbucks, maybe some of the artificial creamers. Do you use cleaners to clean your house? Some might be purists and say, well, I just use all organic. That's fine. The way I like to liken this is like incense. If you burn incense, when some people do, you're inhaling that smoke as well. Or breathing it, I should say. By the way, I know my camera is a little off, but I'm in the middle of building this studio. Down the road, it'll look much more centered. But in the meantime, enjoy the view of all these microphones. So chemicals are in everything. Everything you see has a warning label. You know, even dumping toilet pipe cleaners down your pipes, in your garbage disposals, everything. Windex, everything has chemicals. In your hands, always absorb it. So why do I smoke pipe? Very simply, it's a hobby that allows me to relax. You know, nowadays we don't know how to relax. Video games do not relax you. They don't. Some people might say, well, you know, video games relax me. I don't think that's true. This is delicious. They raise your heartbeat, especially if you're doing first-person shooters. There's no relaxing. Nobody can convince me of that. I'll do a video game maybe to escape my real life for a little bit, but it's not relaxing. When you commit to smoking a pipe, you're committing to minimally 20, 30 minutes, maybe more, in smoking it. Especially if you're sipping on the pipe. You can get men in a room together, smoke these. Nobody has to talk. You get men thinking. But if men do talk while they're smoking a pipe, you can engage in some great conversation and learn things from other people. And to me, that's the camaraderie of smoking a pipe. It feels like this exclusive, sophisticated club where people just talk, or there's a camaraderie within it. You think. Great artists smoke pipes, we know that. Mark Twain. I'm from Mark Twain country. Mark Twain was notorious for cigars and pipes. In my Christian faith, the priests used to burn incense in the temple. Spices, things like that. Vanillas are spices. You know, they're different spices in pipes. Aromas, pleasant smelling things. I don't think there's anything more manly than sitting down and smoking one of these. A cigar's up there as well, by the way, but cigarettes are kind of what I call the bargain beer of tobacco. They just smell weird, you know, the chemicals inside of cigarettes with papers. make it burn better. Smoking a pipe is where it's at. It's been a study that when you smoke a pipe, your testosterone goes up 15%. You can see why, because when men feel like men, their testosterone goes up. I think vaping is kind of what I call the EDM of smoking. EDM is electronic dance music. So, you got bubblegum flavor and cotton candy flavor and woohoo, all this other crazy stuff. And I know my tobacco, by the way, is flavored, but it's not flavored like cotton candy. Thank God. Don't really like cotton candy. I just think that the relaxation process of smoking a pipe allows you to think through things. And as men, we need a thinking box. We need that box where we sit in and we can contemplate things and think through things. Think about how our day is. Maybe there's a problem we're trying to solve. But as a pastor, once again, how do I justify? I've heard that, justify pipe smoking. I don't need to. Getting back to a list of famous people, Charles Spurgeon, one of the greatest preachers ever, did more work for the kingdom, was an avid cigar smoker. So you're going to tell me, did he go to hell? Back in his day, he got ostracized for smoking a cigar by evangelical Christians. Now, I'm an evangelical Christian, but I'm not a legalistic Christian. There's a difference. I am a evangelical pastor, reverend. But I'm not legalistic. I believe that some of the greatest theologians, C.S. Lewis, was also an amazing writer, we know. Tolkien, Spurgeon. I can name more, but I won't, because what I'm getting at here. It says, man looks at the outward appearance, the Lord looks at the heart. And for me, just relaxing and thinking about life and scripture and different things with this, meditating on the things of the Lord, the goodness of God, about life, love. Just relaxes me and makes me think. It makes me appreciate life. Social media takes us away from this relaxation. Everything is instant, everything is now, everything is busy, 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 busy. They said technology would slow down our work weeks. It hasn't, has bumped it up. We need to go to simpler times. And a simpler time for me and why I started smoking tobacco pipe. I'm going to tamp this down a little bit and relight. Was that my uncle was an inventor and he smoked a pipe. Also, he was a very good Christian man. Loved the Lord. Oh my goodness. They were more involved in church than anything. But I remember him sitting at his workbench. And he created for his house the first windmills in the 80s that powered his house. And the electric company had to pay him for it. How was that for also? He was an inventor for Corning Glass, Corning Incorporated. And the man was a genius. I remember him sitting at his workbench working on stuff, and he'd have his pipe smoking and vanilla cherry flavor. And I would smell that and watch him work. And if he came into a problem, he'd just like this. If he didn't get it, down the line he'd get it. Brilliant man. I love my Uncle Walt. Good Christian man, great inventor. He also made airplanes that flew out of balsa wood, remote control. Made those by hand. He was an engineer. And it reminded me, he was just his work life was busy, but he would wind down. He was smoking a pipe. People goes, must have lived a young life. Died when he was like 95. Maybe there's something about relaxing and slowing down. And you want to know why? Because stress and busyness is a killer. We need to slow ourselves down a little bit. No matter what that means, slow yourself down. And for me, this slows me down. This relaxes me. And this allows me to think of the deeper things in life. I am Pastor PipeSmoker. Thank you for tuning in, YouTubers, fellow pipe smokers. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon.